What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe show, the home of epic conversations, and I'm the home of epic conversations. 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner, 28, 2018. No, 20 Best Podcast News Award winner 2020, Innovation Award winner 2018. I'm reversing things in my head, and co-host and co-producer of the only online show for dads, fathers, and male caregivers. It's sponsored by Dove Plus Care, and being part of that movement have reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. And as always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. Good morning on the Morning Vibe. Good morning, Ryan Knight. Good morning to the last Friday in August. What's going on, Mr. Knight?
Friday in August. Yes, things are going great. For those that don't remember what Ryan Knight does, I'm
What do you do?
one of the co-founders of the Afro Caribbean Business Network. We work with entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage the business is in and help them create a strategy to grow their companies exponentially. And also, I'm an entrepreneur. I run a company called Detailing Nights. So we provide mobile waterless car cleaning. We go to people's houses or their offices, clean their cars on the spot without using water, and our plant-based eco-friendly cleaning supplies. And I'm hoping this weather today that is so beautiful stays for tomorrow, because we have a car wash fundraising event coming up with the Louis Rankin Foundation. So do you remember who Louis Rankin is?
I know a Louis Marsh elder, but I don't know who Louis Rankin is.
So if you remember Shatters, no, was it Shatters? Or oh my gosh, what was the one with DMX and Nas?
Don't remember off the top of my
Movie.
head. But whatever. Go on.
So his daughter, Princess, she put together a foundation in his honor after his passing. So
Okay.
yeah, so we're gonna be out there cleaning cars, raising money. They're doing an empowerment brunch for women tomorrow. So
Okay.
we're gonna support that, raising money.
Well, this is good. And this is, it's always great to come on the Morning Vibe, but it's a little bit of a sad day because it's the last day we have producer Matt with us. He's
Okay.
got to go back to school and do all that thing. So hopefully some of the Morning Vibe family will come on in and give their flowers to producer
There's
Matt. Well, some have before. I know that the food plan has, and there's a few others, but so we're well, a little bit of reflection into it with lots of different things going on today. Yeah, you're gonna, from what the weather's saying, you're gonna have an amazing weekend to do the detailing nights thing. Like no rain, like. But I was saying to producer Matt before we came on, he said he put on his furnace last night.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, the fall crisp
Huh?
morning and evening
Huh?
is there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a neighbor down the street who's had a pool for years, and I've never taken a swim in it. And I was speaking with the other day and said, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go in there in the next 2 weeks. I'm going at this rate. I don't know if I'm going in her swimming pool
This
because
weekend might be a
I
last
don't believe
chance.
in cold showers.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really crazy, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
yes.
speaking of which, we didn't do our cold plunge with Judy from Trade Souls. We gotta follow up with her.
I'm not planning to follow up on that, to be honest with me. But I know that well, a week from this Monday, Carolyn will be on, so maybe she will
Ah,
bring that up.
she is a big proponent of cold plunges as well. So,
No, but see, but this is okay. But here's the funny thing: Carolyn has told us to drink cold water or cold liquids is not good for us, but going into a cold plunge is
right?
good.
Right?
I gotta ask her about that. Doesn't seem
Yeah,
aligned.
that'd be a good question to ask to see
How
what the
come it's
difference
not
is.
good to put in your body, but it's good to have it outside your body?
Right, right.
I don't get it. So for people, yeah, you're watching the Morning Vibe. Got Freestyle Friday. That's your chance to shape the conversation. Bring your questions, your takes, your suggestions to us. Good. I know there's some people watching, so good morning and holler out in the comments. Basically, a freestyle during this conversation. So Ryan, anything you want to get in a little bit before we go to break, or just I always got things going on in my alleged mind.
Well, before we go to break, just I know we'll probably touch on it a bit during the show, but there's some updates on Dr. Umar's saga.
Oh
I don't know how
no.
we're following along, but the breakdown of why the bank accounts are frozen are starting to unravel. So
I
I'll
know. Are this from reliable sources?
yes,
Oh,
very reliable.
oh,
And I'll even share some experiences that I've been a part of that's starting to make sense of what's happening. So I'll break that whole thing
okay.
down so that
Let,
people
let
understand.
me see if let me see if I can open the door a little bit. Is there any, what's the word I'm looking for? Lack of due diligence on his end.
Oh, 100%. That
Okay,
is
that's all.
yeah.
It's okay. Well, we'll
Well,
just
it's the consequences of lack of due
due
diligence
diligence.
and
Okay,
the
okay. Well,
process to
actually,
get there. Yes.
yeah. And Ryan and I were chatting before we went live about a few things. We were well, just leave. But we were talking about. We've always periodically chatted about adding another morning on the
Hmm.
morning vibe during the week. So we haven't lost sight on that. And Ryan asked me a question, so I gave him a response back. So we'll see what happens. I think we're gonna intensify that conversation. But I said to Ryan, I gave him a big ask, a big number, and I said, hey, if they say no, then ask them what can they afford, or
True.
what can people afford out there.
What
And
can be
we
done?
also, I didn't do it a great job, but starting next week, I'm really gonna push the survey more. Got to
Okay.
push.
Right, right.
Got to push. We when I introduced it was and I said I got. Now this is the thing. Yeah, actually, a good question for you, Ryan. When you do your surveys,
Hmm.
do you provide an incentive for people doing it?
Yeah. Well, there's two big surveys that we did. One, we didn't provide an incentive where we were asking people their feedback on their interaction with ACBN, like what
Yeah, this
they've
is a
done.
while back, right?
And then the
Right.
one that we were trying to find out if people were having parents that they're taking care of and the seniors, that
Yep.
one we did. So there was a raffle for, I think it was a $25 Tim's card they could enter.
Okay.
So
Okay.
something, nothing crazy.
Okay. So I want to really get this survey going. So the only challenge is if we do a Tim's card, we have people who are in the U.S. So it's got to be something, maybe an Amazon thing.
Amazon, yeah,
Okay,
Amazon.
maybe an Amazon thing. Okay, because I
Yeah.
really want to. I'm very much a survey proponent. I
Hmm.
like to get some data, and I really want to get that happening.
And they
Uh,
say the longer the survey, the more incentive you might need to give. Because if it,
well, no, the majority of questions are just multiple choice,
mhm.
like quick. It should. They're Yeah. I got to think of maybe you do a gift card because
Mhm.
I'd like to really push that survey to make it happen.
Right, right.
Like what?
Yeah, makes sense. I was saying.
Yeah, we want to get some digits going on in the world. And yeah, good morning all the people who are watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. Oh, and I actually before we go, should we wait till after break? I passed a milestone today in my
Okay.
YouTube journey. But maybe we'll wait till after the break. Good morning, JJ Mars. What is going on, JJ Mars, my man from Colorado? Hope things are going fine in Colorado. Hope things are surviving in the United States of America. Hey, good morning, Shirley. What? Ah, the family's piling in. Uh, so it's a Freestyle Friday. When we come back from the break, we'll put up how people can call in, like JG Mars or Shirley. If you want to call in, would love to get your take. Shirley, I know it works because after one of our shows with Desiree, you called in and had a conversation with her. So we'll go into a break. We'll come back and we'll talk about Dr. Umar. There's a what's it milestone that I passed in my YouTube journey,
Mm.
and other mismatch of stuff. So, oh, JJ Mars says it's a nice autumn day here in Colorado. What's the temperature in an autumn day in Colorado? I'd be very curious. All right, let's go to break.
Autumn. There's 20 days till autumn.
That's true. All right,
Still in summer.
all right, let's go for a break. What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here. These are two ladies. They're not all over the place. They're forward and they're straight shooters.
I got to stand in front.
No wonder people don't understand what the Democrats have been doing. That man lied 36,000 times, and we know this because you all counted it.
This is part of the story that a lot of news outlets are not talking about. All right, that will be tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific. We have Primetime Saturday with Aisha and Lala. Actually, Lala will not be with us tomorrow. She's going to take time off over the long weekend. But Dr. Tachi is going to be with us. And the last time Dr. Tachi was on, Ryan called in.
Yes.
And I had a very spirited conversation with Dr. Tachi and Lala. So maybe Ryan will call in tomorrow.
Right.
All right, let's look at some stuff here. Some housework. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Please like the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. And join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com, or click on the link there, and also to advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms that I'm a part of. dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. And then finally, speaking of Dr. Tachi, Indie Soup TV, independent content creators platform, about 28,000 YouTube subscribers in about 18, 19 months. A lot of content that I'm a part of is featured on that platform like this show. And yeah. Oh, put it out there. If you got a question or a take, call in. So if you got there we go. This is the stuff I'm going to have to start doing next week, family. So this is why I'm enjoying it to the max. So if you got a question or a take, there we go. So you can, if you have a smartphone, just swipe the QR code, or if you've got laptop, desktop, even on your smartphone, tablet, put in your favorite browser, callme.ro.com. It'll take you to a page. Now, a lot of people go, oh, there's already a code there. All you have to do is type in the code. Mm-hmm. Type in the code FSPL8L. Letters are in caps. And then put your name in. Then a green box will come up. Join call. Push that. I'll see that you're calling in. Bam. All right.
Okay.
So let's see if we can get some people calling in. And it's also, you'll see in the corner, it's also there too. So next week, if some things are missing, tell me that something's missing so I can correct it. All right? 100%. And I'll start off with milestones. So this morning, I passed 250,000 hours viewed on YouTube.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Well, I've been doing this a while. There's a lot of people that do it a lot quicker. Yeah, 250,000 hours viewed on YouTube.
Gotcha.
So
congratulations. That is a serious milestone.
Oh, someone's called in. Oh, producer Matt, what are you doing calling in?
Good. Test it out. Maybe he wants to say hi so we can say thank you.
Producer Matt is here.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Awesome. I had to do this at least once before I go.
Nice. And we want to say thank you for the work you've been doing. It's definitely raised the game of the Morning Vibe. So thank you for your effort and good luck. So what are you studying in school? What are you going back to complete?
Yeah, so I'm going into my final year of my film and TV production program. I actually just submitted what is essentially my thesis statement for my program. I went and I'm pitching a short film that I had to make a video for that. I had to make an outline for a script, the whole pitch document for it. We're actually going to be presenting all of that this coming Tuesday, which I'm a little nervous for, but I got a lot of competition ahead of me.
Oh, gotcha. So
and only 12 can get greenlit.
Whoa, I'm so curious. So what's the short film about? What's the theme of it?
Yeah, so it's called Life Story. It's a drama piece about an author who, he's on the verge of getting the fame that he's always wanted. He's, he's been small time for quite a while now, mostly written, slice of life type of fantasy stories. But when he gets a chance to go big with this company, they're not a huge fan of it. They want something more like Game of Thrones. They want something with more violence, more shit. The author isn't too psyched about that, but he wants that fame, so he's, starts writing it. And as he does that, his main character comes to life and starts questioning him, like, hey, why are you doing all these horrible, horrible things to me and everyone I know? Your original story. Why are you now making me kill people? And why are you having everyone I know die around me?
Yeah, it's like a mental thriller. It's like getting
Yeah,
his head. That's so interesting. But the path to fame, and I mean, we could do a whole show on how Hollywood corrupts or the media industry corrupts because what sells, you have to, completely throw your morals out the door to acquire what we have, I guess, stereotypically decided fame and fortune is. So that's an interesting. Anything I'm curious, like anything that you kind of learned as you've done the film, because how he had to kind of check his morals. What things did you learn by writing this?
Yeah, so like kind of like things I learned about myself or just like my process of writing it or
Because the main character has that inner conflict of selling out to be famous. So you don't need to spoil the ending, but I'm curious, like that conflict that people have that want to be famous. Is there stuff that you learned about, you know, having principles and not selling out just for fame, and like that kind of inner conflict that I know a lot of people probably go through? Oh, I'm not hearing. Are you hearing Dr. Vibe?
I'm here.
am I still there?
Oh, now I can hear you. It wasn't.
Oh, okay. I know what happened. I know what happened. Go on. Go on.
Oh, did you mute yourself again, Doc?
Yeah,
Is that it?
so with this, when people call in, I can't mute myself because if I mute myself, it also mutes them. So, my bad. Continue on, gentlemen. Sorry for the interruption.
No worries. Yeah, it uh, where did I cut off? Just so I don't accidentally repeat myself there.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the answer, I didn't hear.
Okay. Yeah. I was just saying it definitely kind of reflects my own kind of fears about, I want to get into this industry. I want to make my own films. I hope, if I do get that fame, it doesn't go to my head. And kind of with that character, as the story progresses, his main character starts getting more, beaten and bruised and bloodied, and kind of becomes more of a cynical character instead of a more like hopeful, classic like hero type character. So
Right.
as the story goes on and that character becomes more like bloodied and bruised, you can kind of see the mental decline of the author themselves. While it's not, as visual as his written character, it's definitely more internalized.
Gotcha. No, I love the concept, and whenever it's ready for prime time, just let us know because I'd love to watch it. Did you
Yeah.
have to create like a trailer for it, or is it more just you created the full video and you present it?
Oh yeah. Definitely did it. Just had to make like a pitch video, so it was more just recording myself, putting it out there to the masses. I made a YouTube video for it that just so people could easily access it. Wouldn't be able to make a trailer until we actually like filmed some of the stuff, and that would have happened until like post production. Like we're starting to edit it, like piece by piece together, using some of the best clips that we have.
Yeah. So would this be kind of what producers and directors do when they pitch to like a studio an idea that is like, hey, I have this idea. We need some money or we need this to get greenlit or something. Is this kind of that stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very much practice for when we get into the industry for that. One of the big things that we have to do is like the thing that we've been taught over the 4 years I've been there is learn how to elevator pitch. Like if you were to get on an elevator with someone and they were only going up one floor, how could you
30
pitch this
seconds,
idea?
15 seconds.
30 seconds. You got to have a log
Yeah,
line.
well, even
that
these days, it's
hooks
even like
people.
15 because people are so short.
Yeah,
Thought
yeah.
process.
Their minds are just going a mile a minute. They got like people are busy. They got things on their mind. No one's gonna want to just if it doesn't hook them right away, if it doesn't capture their attention, it's not gonna be worth their time. Because if you can't get their attention in 30 seconds or less, it's like, okay, well, why should I give it more time to you?
You know what's interesting? If I have permission to interrupt, it reminds me of this gentleman that myself, Ryan, and I'm sure some other people on here can relate to, Dr. George Fraser.
Right,
And
right.
about when he did his virtual appearance at Ryan's organization's conference, was it 2 or 3 years ago? And he talked about your elevator pitch, and I have played that for so many people. You've got 30 seconds,
Right.
and the thing is, when just a suggestion, when you give your elevator pitch, you'll know. I always say when you do that, you want to have an encore effect.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so let me put it this way. So when you go to a performance, movie, concert, when people give an encore, what does that mean?
Okay. Like they're begging for more.
That's what you want to have, an
Yeah,
encore effect when you give that 30 seconds. So and actually, here's another suggestion. If you can do if your mother if your mother understands your pitch, you're good.
Okay. So it has to be.
I showed it to my grandma.
Oh,
Hey,
even better.
To get it pretty quickly. So I was like, okay, that's good.
There you
if
go.
she's able to understand it in less than 30 seconds,
That's
I think I'm
amazing.
pretty set.
I love that.
That is phenomenal. That is great. Now you see, producer Matt, he's a true supporter because he could have just unmuted himself on the live and came in, but he actually called in using the software. So,
I know how long that took you to set up, Doc. So I had to use it.
well, we did that together. It was a lot of work, and you saw some of the fun that I went through.
All the headaches.
Yeah,
You
to
had
figure it
come
out,
through.
but it's here. I just hope going forward that people do call in because, as I said, not too many Black Canadian live stream shows have this feature.
Gotcha.
This is a great feature.
Not too many have this feature. So this is why I'm saying people call in, make it worthwhile. So we'll let producer Matt go back. I'm gonna disconnect you for a bit. I know you'll probably come back in a little later, but your pitch
right.
will be fine. All right, my man.
Thank you.
No
All
problem.
Good luck with it. We're rooting for you.
All right. And I think she's got to get back to some more fun work because we got another number of comments here.
Oh, nice.
So JJ Mars says it's 59 degrees, cool summer or early fall in Colorado. Wow. Well, we're around the same temperature because when I got up this morning, it was like 13 degrees Celsius, which is about 55 degrees. So we're about the same. McMillan Group is in the house. Good morning, McMillan Group. He's in Florida. It ain't 55 degrees down there. Maybe it isn't. Congratulations. Yeah. Well, thank you. 250,000 hours viewed on YouTube. That's it's a nice thing. It's a good thing. So I'm really happy with that. Shirley says congratulations, but it's a celebration for all of us, not just moi. It's all of us. Opal Inspired says good morning all. Haven't seen you for a while, Opal Inspired. Hope all things are well. And if you haven't subscribed to her channel, please subscribe because we want to get her to 1,000 subscribers.
Nice.
Opal Inspired says good luck with your short movie, Matt. Yeah, you see, he's got his fan club here. Look who's in the house. Dr. Tachi is here. All the family's chiming in now.
Nice.
Family and Frequency Event Promotion says, good day, everyone and all. Producer Matt says, thank you, Opal Inspired. He also says, Frequency Event Promotion says, greetings to Dr. Tachi. Oh, the family's in now. The regs are here, right? Good stuff. C Nurse K says, morning all. C Nurse K, try calling in because I know, was it a little while back, you wanted to talk about a subject. I can't remember exactly what it
Was it
was.
Jerkfest? I think
The
she
what?
had posted about Jerkfest. And
Yes.
remember? Yeah.
I'd love you to call in this morning and chat about that. Dr. Tachi. Oh man, the family is piled in now. Dr. Tachi's Frequency Promotions. Happy Friday. Food Plane is here. Good morning, Dr. Vibe and Ryan. DS here. Food Plane says, man, you guys are just taking over the show in like 3 minutes. Food Plane says, hello, Dr. Tachi. Food Plane says, shout out to producer Matt. Well, Food Plane, this is producer Matt's last day, so give him his flowers. Dr. Tachi says, oh, no, I have to do anything else. It says, happy Friday. He says, Frequency Rent Post says, Ryan, how are you? Dr. Vibe, how are you? He also asks.
Very good. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so people, call in. Maybe you want to give your flowers to producer Matt on his last day. Yeah, there we see. Yeah, and Dr. Tachi and those other people who do live streaming, especially Dr. Tachi, when you have a good producer, it is so wonderful and such a blessing. Like I said, next time we're on live next Friday, it's going to be a little bit of, and especially if I have to do it, if Ryan doesn't show up, I got to be here on my own. It's fun.
Yes,
It's fun. It's going to be fun. Dr. Tachi says, oh, wow. Thanks for your great work, Matt. There we go. All right. So Ryan, you have updates on Dr. Umar.
So we had a spirited conversation on Monday with Android with Emma, and so I've been following more along and trying to get details on the bank freezing thing, because your bank account getting frozen is quite serious, and the bank doesn't just freeze your account for anything. So things that I've witnessed, so here in Canada we have something called the HST, which is our sales tax that you pretty much collect and then you need to remit to the government. So when you're paying HST, that company isn't keeping that money. They have to take that money and then they remit it, but you can reduce it by the amount of HST you pay. So when you pay for your goods as a business, that HST amount gets subtracted from what you're selling. So when the government, these types of accounts are called trust accounts. So the government does not play if you owe them HST. The other type of account that the government doesn't play with is payroll. So if you have payroll and you are remitting the portion that you're supposed to give to the government, that remittance amount, so if people look at their pay stub and you see the income tax, employment insurance, CPP, which is the Canadian pension plan, those remittances that your employer is taking, they don't keep that. They send it to the government.
Right.
So that is another trust account. So even if you have a corporation, your corporation doesn't protect your personal self from these type of accounts because the government wants their money. So now, all that to say, the only times I've seen accounts get frozen is if you owe income tax, your HST, or payroll.
Okay.
So that's the context. Now it's coming out that what Dr. Umar has been reporting to the IRS is not lining up with how much money he's actually collected in total. So a lady that was on, I was watching it yesterday, said his IRS tax filings actually, and this is public, so this actually shows for the nonprofit that he only submitted revenue of, I think it was 400,000. No, sorry, 600,000. Although if you track his donations, it's closer to 1.6 million.
Ouch.
So this discrepancy, and the IRS is what took down the mafia. It was when they started not lining. If you watch the movie Scarface, it was because he was in a room with millions of dollars, and the IRS was watching upstairs, saying, "I don't think he reported any of this money in his taxes." So when the IRS notices that money is missing, and a great story that everybody should go check out is Steve Harvey's experience with the IRS.
Yes.
It
Yes.
will open your eyes to, and you said it, to your due diligence of your business. You can't play around with the government. So now the IRS starting to look at a very public figure. Of course, he's gonna say,
Hold on. Let me
yes,
just interrupt. A very public black male figure.
and this is where
And
I'm
I'm
going.
not saying. I'm just saying. There's a certain administration. Go on. Oh, okay. Let's just say this.
And definitely a figure that is, I won't say anti-government, but very
Let's just say
critical,
they would find controversial,
right?
especially some of
Critical
his
of
thoughts.
government.
Yes,
So
a
now,
lot of his thoughts are not in alignment with the current federal government's
yes,
mindset,
and pushes sometimes conspiracy type stuff.
and some people would say
Mm.
that this current government maybe at times like to take black people down.
And this is where, even with like stuff like DEI things getting
Oh,
completely
this is
destroyed,
rhyme.
so they're always looking for any chinks in the armor.
Yep.
And it's your taxes is something that can always be scrutinized, because the way that you do your filings, and if anybody's seen the, even just the Canadian Income Tax Act, and it is legit this thick. So you'll never understand it completely fully. So they can always find ways to just drill in if you're not doing things right. And that's why we always encourage you to talk to a tax professional, an
Yep.
accountant like Fitness IQ or Camille Smith, about getting your taxes done by a professional. All
Yeah.
that to say, oh, sorry, yeah.
Go keep on going.
Yeah.
Sorry to
So
interrupt.
all that to say, now that the IRS is seeing discrepancies in what publicly they're seeing in amounts dollars raised, and they can now audit like his PayPal account, his bank account, and what he's actually reporting. This is where government steps in to freeze assets. And you might have heard that Dr. Umar keeps saying they froze on our accounts. We're supposed to get a check for what's in there.
Yep.
That is false. When
Oh,
the government freezes your account because they think that you owe more in
more
taxes,
money. Yeah.
you do not get that money back. Period. The only thing that could happen is if they determine how much taxes you owe, and then what they froze, the bank usually holds it, and then it would go towards the amount owing. If you pay it off, then that amount would be released. So if it was only about the back taxes for the property that the city was charging, then whatever's in the bank account, once the amount that is owed is paid, then the rest would get released. If it's the IRS, that is a whole nother ball game, because the IRS will then take you through an audit. And if you get audited by the IRS, now they're going to look, I think, at least 7. I know in Canada, they'll look back 7 years.
Years.
You have to have all your documents prepared for 7 years, all those tax filings done every year, and everything has to line up. And if it doesn't, they're going to make a judgment of how much you owe. And that could be 7 years worth of back taxes. And then they just come and take everything. So I hope his mom, like his mom's house, I hope her name isn't on stuff, because I don't think he has a home right now based on they're saying he lives with his mother. But the school itself
He
definitely,
lives with his mother.
man, you have to watch
That's interesting. No, see, I don't pay. I
it.
don't got time to put all this. All right.
Yes.
So let's just catch up on comments. And again, people, again, right at the bottom, love you to call in if you have any takes on this story or any other story. Please give us a call in. You know, just on your smartphone, laptop, desktop, tablet, etc. Go to callme.road.com and use the code FSPL8L. The letters are all in caps. And then you say give your name and you can join in the conversation. Let's catch up with some comments. Food Plane says, what? Wow, producer Matt, best to all in all your future endeavors. Thanks for all you've done for the show.
Yes,
He also, producer Matt says, couldn't have asked for a better co-op. Thank you so much. Dr. Tachi says, good Lord, more Dr. Umar news. C Nurse K says, bittersweet. Sad, but also happy for your producer, Matt. All the best in his future endeavors. You did an amazing job. He's actually going back for his last year's school. JJ Mar says, Umar has been offering himself to people for money. There's a sad video of him talking like he's a gigolo.
Oh, no.
And I think we talked about that on Monday. I think about his offering to go out.
The date
He
with the
also
doctor.
said Umar is in a sunken place. Frequency Event Promotion says, Dr. Vibe, did not know you were an online disc jockey. Well,
Right.
interesting story. Many, many years ago when I was in university, I was a college radio DJ.
Okay.
So that was a
the fact.
precursor to what I do now. So at the college radio, I did DJ and also hosted call-in shows. So that
Okay,
was
so which college radio station was that?
Scarborough College, University of Toronto, now called what is it? I don't know what they call it now, but yeah, I did college radio and I loved it. Loved college radio. Loved it. Those are times of them, CKLN, University of Toronto radio. Yeah, it was great.
Yes,
And
IUT at York.
yeah, York radio. I actually spent
Yeah,
time.
that-
York had, I don't know what their station was, but Jonathan Juiceman Shaw invited me to come on some of his shows back in the day. So I did appearances on York, University of Toronto Scarborough campus. I actually did a little stint at University of Toronto downtown campus, and once in a while in CKLN. So did that college radio circuit, but most of the time was at University of Toronto Scarborough campus. And Macmillan Group says plus interests and penalties.
Yes, and they do not negotiate with interest and penalties.
No, they don't. They do not play with that.
They do the judgment. It's very difficult to negotiate.
And there we have here, Dr. Taji said, I did college radio. I was an assistant program director at Howard University.
Gotcha.
College radio thing, man. And
I
actually,
remember CIUT because I was an assistant producer for the Green Majority with the host.
what?
Their name is Saren Kaster now, but they might remember if you know the show. His name was Darren Kaster at the time, but he's now transitioned to Saren.
Okay. So, bro, some little college radio. Oh, by the way, are you doing a giveaway today?
No, because the event tomorrow, we're actually going to do the giveaway live at the event. So for those that are coming for your car wash, 69 Milvan Drive in Toronto, we will be there for our car wash.
I know that street. Where's that? What area is that?
Isn't it North York? I believe.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Intersection. Let me check it out.
Yeah. But yeah, so family here, Freestyle Friday. Call in. Oh, here we go. Frequency Event Promotions wants in again.
Yeah, Finch and...
Oh, are you there? Frequency.
Greetings and salutations, everybody.
Oh, then now there's the DJ voice.
Hey.
What's going on?
Nothing much. Just loving the show. Love what you guys are doing. Congratulations to Matt on his last day and future endeavors.
Ooh.
So I said let me call in and see what's up.
You wanted this? You mean like?
Yes.
All right.
And Frequency, I believe you have an event coming up. I saw a post on WhatsApp. What's happening?
Yeah, Saturday, September the 13th. Together We Groove. Many Rhythms, Infinite Vibes. Second edition. Also celebration of my birthday. So if folks are not allergic to dancing. And,
you drop foot? Frequency drop foot?
Hey, don't we all?
Well, some more than others.
So yeah, that's what's going on Saturday, September the 13th. So
nice. Where is that going to be?
They're available on Eventbrite. It's going to be at a Craven. It's a kitchen and lounge restaurant So yeah, I would love for everybody to come out if they're able to.
Love that.
Okay.
Love that. That's
Okay.
great.
I do I have permission to ask you a question?
Let me put my seatbelt on or take it off.
You choose. You go through your own life the way you choose. In you for a while you were doing networking events and you have pivoted to doing this type of event. What was the reason behind that?
Well, network mixers are still on the radar. Stay tuned in for a lot more information. This, in terms of like parties, I mean, hey, um, it's something of which I think we need as an outlet sometimes. So for those who are interested with it, so be it. Those that are not, then hey, But yeah, network mixers are my thing. Stay tuned in for a lot more high ticketed events, niche
Okay.
based events. Yeah.
All right, but I got another question to ask you. I just want to go to our comments for a moment. So McMillan Group said Milvan is at Finch and Weston Road. So
Yes.
thank you, Ray, for that. Dr. Tach says, as much as they come for our money, the infrastructure and treatment is deplorable. And then C Nerf K says, happy Earth Strong, enjoy the festivities. That's his birthday in a few weeks. So we'll make sure we'll see if we'll happy birthday him on close to the date. Christopher, I'd actually want you and Ryan to answer this question. What do you feel is the state of the black economy at this time?
Ryan, you want to go first?
I'll just by what I'm seeing, I've noticed a lot, and I think I mentioned this with the last time you asked me, is a lot of Black entrepreneurs are kind of in, I won't say purgatory, but they're not quite growing as fast as they want to grow, but they're also not going out of business as fast as they were. Like after COVID happened, I saw a lot of businesses just say, you know what, we can't deal with this. The tariff stuff started to bring up that conversation again, where they're like really deciding me importing stuff is getting trickier, me selling to the US is getting trickier. And a lot of businesses, that's a big portion of what they sell because the market's so big in the US. It's causing them to be in this gray area of like uncertainty that's causing them not to make decisions. So yeah, that's what I'm noticing. A lot of people are just trying to figure out, okay, what should be my next step, and kind of stuck because they want to see what's happening and how things are going to be, how expensive things are going to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the best way I can answer that question is with any business, with every business, it needs cash flow. So if you don't have that cash flow to do what you got to do for your business, then the question remains, do you still keep your doors open? But on the other side, people are still buying houses, still buying fancy cars. So I don't know. Maybe if there is a cash flow issue, maybe the business or businesses need to work on their marketing, perhaps.
True.
Okay.
So Roger Dundas will always keep saying that.
Marketing.
Marketing. Yes. And
Marketing. I want to ask both you too, because both you are entrepreneurs and you encounter a lot of black entrepreneurs. What do you feel has the impact been with the federal government at the present time not giving a lot of money for entrepreneurship programs? It's almost like in a frozen state. What effect has that had on the Black Canadian entrepreneur environment?
Ryan, you want to tackle that first?
Boy. Yeah, because it's really caused, because the program was so big. And for those that might not remember, the federal government created the Black Entrepreneurship Program, which was a 4-year program. And there was the loan fund that the Face Coalition manages, which was like 30 million plus 198 million. So over $200 million in available loans. And then the Ecosystem Fund, which was 45 organizations that did the training with entrepreneurs. And that was about 100 million. And then the Entrepreneurship Knowledge Hub, which was in partnership with Carleton University and Dream Legacy Foundation. And that was about 5 million. So you're looking at close to $400 million
Oh boy.
to support Black entrepreneurs. And then it ends. So now December, was it 2024? All the programming ended, I guess officially March 2025, and nothing replaced it. So it was in the budget to be renewed, but then the federal government went into an election. When the budget came out, Chrystia Freeland, who was the finance minister, resigned. So everything kind of went to turmoil federally, politically. But now, when the new prime minister is sworn in, so Mark Carney's in with the Liberals, they haven't even submitted a budget yet. So anything that was promised in a previous budget hasn't been tabled. So they're saying a fall budget should be coming out. So now, if Black entrepreneurs were really relying on the support that they're getting from these organizations, a lot of those organizations are not operating as they were before because their funding got cut, and that was a main part of their funding. So yeah, the entrepreneurs have to, it's like do for self, or really, like there's a lot of other resources too, like other entrepreneur centers and other like grants too. I know the Brampton Entrepreneur Center had their starter company, and Toronto does too.
Yep.
So there's different resources that still exist. So if an entrepreneur does want to progress and needs help, it's there. But yeah, I think seeing that program get fully funded and then disappear leaves a lot of room for support that Black entrepreneurs need, and it's not there.
Yeah, I mean, the little that I'll say, if anybody thinks entrepreneurship is easy, if it's said it is easy, I think whoever's saying that, they need to tell you the truth. It's not easy. It's very sometimes it's discouraging. However, when resources like funding does come into play, you apply for it and you get it, it can definitely bolster one's business. However, if you rely solely on the funding as an entrepreneur, I don't think your business will thrive. That's just my own opinion. I could be wrong. It could be debated. But I think as an entrepreneur, you have to learn how to be resilient, resourceful, ask a lot of questions, attend a lot of networking events, operative word, networking events.
And also you gotta make sure your net is working.
100%, right? And then there's the other piece too. Toronto is just one small piece of the pie. I mean, the power of the worldwide net. I mean, it's phenomenal of who you can connect with, who can probably invest in your business. So to solely depend on funding, I don't think it's something that one would want to do. But hallelujah if you're religious, hallelujah if you're not. If you apply for a fund and you get it, then hey, so be it. But don't depend on it.
Actually, I'm glad to hear perspectives from both of you. Whether you like him. Okay, let's just get some comments here. C Nurse K says, "Oops, frequency event promotions. I misheard. I thought the event was this weekend." See, she's apologizing to the king. Food Plane goes, "Yes, I agree with both of your perspectives," and also says, "I like that networking."
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Whether you like the gentleman or not, I'm always going to bring up this example. Dr. Boyce Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan has been to this event. I have not. And actually, he's doing this event next year in Brooklyn in October. You've been to the annual Black Network Conference, ABNC, right? And this is something Dr. Boyce Watkins has done now for 10 years.
Gotcha.
He has run this event 10 years, no government money, no sponsorship.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't probably agree with the no sponsorship. He should look at getting
But
funding.
that's his mindset. But you know what he says about sponsorship, though? He says when you go into the area of sponsorship, they can voice what they want you to do with the money that you're getting from them.
True, but he also has a trade show with Black entrepreneurs. And so getting sponsorship from more Black businesses.
Well, and I think,
would be good.
Bouncing off what Frequency says, though, if you look at Dr. Boy, he has multiple streams of income because he's very much into stock market and things like that. Like, he makes most of his income from the stock market stuff. So he can afford. So again, going back to what Frequency said, you have to have multiple streams.
Mhm.
You know, we have to have those multiple streams. Macmillan Group says we are no longer in the environment of micro entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs have to move into the 7 and 8 figure realm to ensure survivability. Whoa,
Yeah, that's a
that
push,
is a
right?
powerful statement. So
Yeah.
then, Macmillan Group, are you saying that entrepreneurs that are below the 7 figure, and you know what's going to be actually, this is a very good conversation point. And Ray, I'd love you to come on and we could talk. It'd be a great roundtable conversation about the state of Black entrepreneurship,
Right.
because with that statement, combined with if you're not plugged into AI and you're an entrepreneur,
You're light years behind now. It's
right?
way
Right.
behind.
And Fitness IQ Camp says, Morning, good to have you here. And Fitness IQ says, yes, true, Macmillan Group. Yeah, you know, I'm having one of the things I'm challenging myself is to really get more and more of what I do AI generated.
Gotcha. Yes, yes.
Even to the running of what I do AI generated.
Right.
That, you know, I actually sat in about an hour and a half yesterday watching this video, trying to wrap my head around how I can get to where the next step. So I you know, I really want to wrap my head around how to get to that level. So definitely frequency of air promotions. How much is AI a part of what you do these days?
Mm.
I think AI and myself are we're in an ongoing and growing relationship. Um, so I haven't fully converted to it yet, but you know, yeah, AI is on the rise. I mean, if you're not using it, it's kind of like you're being looked upon as though you're weird, right? But yeah, AI, it's it's here to stay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm
Absolutely.
just concerned for people who look like us, what percentage of us are really going to embrace it versus how many. Again, it's one of those things that, are we going to use it to consume or to produce?
Absolutely. And we can't be just passive consumers when, because it's so new and growing and changing so fast, anything that you learn, you're ahead of you're in the top 10 percentile immediately because everybody's learning at the same time. And so if you can just keep up and understand where it's going and how to use it effectively, because just knowing about an AI tool is one thing, but actually implementing it into your production workflow, yeah, you can, oh man, you can amplify your productivity like
Yes.
so much that
Yeah. I was watching a video the other day how this lady was demonstrating how you can have AI become your copywriter.
okay, right.
Mm.
And also to the point, is there something called Google Storyboard
Okay, I haven't heard of
that
that
you
one.
can basically, yeah, I've been really digging my head into, I'm just going, wow,
Mm.
wow, because it's just very much next level stuff. So Food Fitness IQ Cam says, no, sir, AI is my main thing and side thing. I'm not touching that comment. Uh, the Food Plane says, just saw some past comments because I just got back and it looks like Dr. Vibe and Dr. Tachi were both in radio in some way. So was I. I
Oh,
used to sell airtime and do the weather.
and do the weather.
What?
That's so good.
Can I
What?
ask a quick question?
No.
No.
Go
Okay.
for it. Go for it.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The food plane is he a Torontonian or is he
No, he's
from
based in New York.
Oh,
Yeah,
New York?
Manhattan, right?
Okay.
But
Oh,
we are hoping that one day he comes north of the border because enough food for him would love. And he says the laugh emojis. Okay, yeah, he's based in New York and definitely one of our most solid supporters on the
Mhm.
morning vibe.
nice, nice.
Yeah, and
Very
Dr.
nice.
Tachi goes food plane. Wow. So see, we're just kicking stuff and find out stuff about each other. So
Nice.
I've got I think that it's so interesting what's going on with AI, and I just don't want a number of us to fall in the trap of consuming instead of producing.
Well said.
You know, this is an opportunity for us to produce, because as time goes on, and as both of you have mentioned, it's moving so fast that you don't want to be left behind. Really crazy.
Yeah,
Really
absolutely. And that's why when I started the Night Owl evening
Oh,
show,
yes.
which is coming up tonight at
It
11
is?
o'clock, it's coming on.
What are you putting up tonight?
Notebook LM. You're talking about Google, and
Oh, I've been using that for so
so
long.
now it's doing videos. So I gotta show people what we've been building with their video creator. Because before they used to do podcasts, so they'll research projects for you and then turn it into a podcast, which I was totally blown away with. And now they're turning it into a video presentation.
Yep.
So we're gonna be testing that out tonight.
Yep. Notebook LM is the jam. People have not using. Oh, here's another thing. If I know Fitness IQ Cam's going to go crazy with this, you can connect if you're using the paid version. I don't whether it's I think free, but definitely the paid version of ChatGPT. You can connect that to your Google Drive.
Ooh, nice.
You can connect that to. I saw a demonstration the other day. This lady, she put in a presentation. Basically, she just got it from ChatGPT, and then she said, "This is my tone, this is my style, this is my voice. Could you rewrite this presentation using my style?" Did it?
Yes, right. Because once it gets enough information about yourself and your organization, or
That's why I think, especially the paid version of ChatGPT, you can really train it to be your own LLM.
right.
You know, Food Plane says, "I am coming to Canada for sure." Good. He also says, like it or not, AI is and will take over and be the in thing. For a lot of us, we got to make it the in thing sooner than later. Fitness IQ Cam says, "It's coming back, Ryan, the Night Owl." Yes. And Food Plane says, "I'm all in for anything that can help. As with all things, there will be some abuses. However, much good can come from it. If you're a solopreneur."
That's the reason. That's the issue with AI, is that people see all the garbage that people create with AI, especially on Facebook, on YouTube, these different channels that just use AI to just pump out hordes and hordes of slop. They call it AI slop.
Well, other people call it another four-letter word that starts with an S, but not slop.
So that's where, when people are just consuming AI and they're only seeing this kind of slop stuff, they're distracted from the people behind the scenes that are actually using AI to, oh man, like the way they're using it in medical, the way they're using it in our real estate, the way they're using it in marketing. They're missing all of that. So they're just seeing like stupid baby AI of Judge Judy instead of creating.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay attention to that. That's a crazy the time to waste.
And yeah,
The Food Plane says, "Eat the meat, throw out the bones."
gotcha.
Well, see, this goes back to, and we were doing the morning vibe, but I remember a number of years ago, myself, Roger Dundas of BuyBlacks.com, we went to a conference about marketing. And the president, I can't remember the name of the company, but there was a gentleman who was the head of Canada's largest independent media house. And one of their clients is Ratukan, who make the Kobo readers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he offered to do a marketing campaign for them totally using AI. They said, "Okay, let's go for it." Their experience using AI compared to using a traditional agency, he did this whole presentation, and that was my first real aha moment with AI. And then after the event, I said, "Hey, would you rather do this again just for your client with AI or using a media house?" He says, "I would use AI any day." And I said, "Why?" He says, "AI does not have a bias. It
Interesting.
lets you program it to have a bias."
Gotcha.
Right? When you're working with a media house, he says they have their own mindset, this and that. But with the AI, bang, okay, frequency of roaches is calling back.
Cool. So I do have to hop. I'm seeing my phone buzzing.
Okay,
we shall talk.
we'll see you.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So Ryan is leaving us. Ryan has left us. Okay, as you can see on the screen, it's me, Han Solo. So yeah, if people want to call in, don't let frequency promotions dominate, eh, folks? All right, Fitness IQ Cam says, I love the Jamaica AI videos. What do you like about them? Fitness IQ Cam says it shows you the possibility of using AI in a positive way. It's always an option, right? Food Plane says, I believe the day will come where we will be able to purchase a robot that will have arms, legs, and look human and will be ChatGPT in robot form. You can ask anything and talk to it. You know, there's a place I went to a few years ago, and we went to eat, and the order came via a robot. And this is a few years ago. At least 2 years ago. Food Plane says, good day, Ryan. Okay. Frequency of Impulse says, got disconnected. Call back again, man. Call back again. Food Plane says, Ryan has left the building. Yes. Frequency of Impulse says, my apologies to everyone. No problem. Fitness IQ Cam says, oh dear. All right. Well, I'd love call back in, Frequency. I saw you call in and then you dropped. Frequency of Promotions goes, thanks for the speaking opportunities. And Fitness IQ Cam says, oh dear, the food plane. And he also goes, Japan has hotels that are only run by robots. Yep. Frequency of Promotion says, have a great long weekend. Okay, so you are not coming back in. All right, I thought you'd come back in. So for those that are still in the house, call in. Would love to hear your voice. You don't have to be, see, this eliminates you having to be camera ready. All you have to be is phone or desktop or laptop or tablet ready. That's all. That's it. So let's see what's coming out. I'm pretty sure we'll be doing a replay on Monday since it is Labor Day. Actually, I've got to call Jim because we're supposed to have a certain guest the first Monday of each month. And I know Monday's a holiday. I don't know. But definitely next Friday we'll have Wayne Harris. He'll be talking about September's life insurance month. So he's going to go all in on life insurance. And the following Monday we'll have Carolyn Nicole. The Monday after that, we'll have Desiree King with her series about Black elderly. And then after that, we have Emma. So a lot of the slots are filled up. For a lot of the Monday slots are filled up. There's a few open slots for next month, and there's a few people I'm working on to have on. But if you know people that you think would make a good fit for the morning vibe, and you feel free to suggest. Okay, Fitness IQ Cam says Japan was doing it a decade ago. All right. Good. And also, too, just reading it, this is Producer Matt's last day. So I know some of you have shouted him out. So if you want to give him his flowers while we're doing the live show here on the Morning Vibe, that'd be great. What do you want to chat about, family? Any questions that you have for Dr. Vibe? We are open to questions. Open to questions today. What do you have planned for the long weekend? Okay, Food Plane says off topic. Well, on Freestyle Friday, it's not off topic. It is topic. I saw a video where people go to the top of the CN Tower and they can be tied to a rope. Then they lean over on top of the tower. Would I do that? I don't think so. I saw something like that on Top Chef, where they had people, they were tied to like a rope and they would lean over. I don't think I'd do that. It's actually funny. I was chatting with someone the other day. I did something close to that when I went to Mexico. I did zip lining for the first time. And, excuse me. I thought, so you climb up the stairs, for those who have done zip lining, those who haven't, climb up the stairs. I said, okay, let me just get this over with. No problem. So tied up in the chair, I said, I'm not going to look down, because if I look down, I'm going to freak out. I said, how long is this going to last? Oh, it'll be done in about 30 seconds. I go, pray. Go across. I said, good, I'm finished. get to the other side. I said, oh, good. Are we finished now? The guy says, oh, no, no, no. You have to come back. I said, are you out of your mind? So what happened is it was a triangle. So I had to go one way, across, then back, a triangle. So every time I had to do a zip line, I had to go up a higher set of stairs. Now, these stairs were made out of wood and they were surrounded by fence. And I said, believe it or not, it wasn't the zip lining that freaked me out. It was climbing those stairs and saying, please, don't just stay in place and don't look down because you're so high up. That freaked me out. The stairs really freaked me out. So I highly doubt that you will see me doing that CN Tower thing. No, thank you. So Fitness IQ says, no, sir. And Fitness IQ, I know, Food Plane has laugh emojis. No, thank you. But here's the funny thing. Would people who do zip lining, I know people who don't mind zip lining, but they don't like being in an airplane. Go figure. Yeah, so that example, I don't know if you saw that on Top Chef Canada, Food Plane. All right, good question. Food Plane, you're always rocking when it comes to questions. What's next? What's next on the Freestyle Friday? Okay, let me just take a look at something here. Well, hopefully some more comments are coming up. Just give me a second here. All right. So there's little things that I'm always working on to make myself be presented better. I was working on something last night. Can't hear me. You should be able to hear me now. I know you should be able to hear me now. Now you can, yes. Fitness IQ Cam. Believe it or not, Fitness IQ Cam, she's a very interesting lady. I'll just leave it at that. Very interesting lady. I'm not going to say anything more than that because if I do, she'll come and cuff me. So as we are just updating on the YouTube side, the top YouTube fans today are, let me just see, the McMillan Group, Dr. Tachi, and C Nurse K. But lots of different people have contributed today. And before we went live, I think I mentioned a little bit, but not in depth. We're still looking to see if we can add another day or another morning to the morning vibe. So Fitness IQ Cam says, I started to redo my ebook. Good for you. What's the ebook going to be about? She also goes, LMAO. All right. Good stuff. But yeah. Producer Matt, what's been your best experience? You can just unmute yourself. You know, you can call in if you want, or you can unmute yourself, whatever works. Well, what has being the producer of all the online stuff I did for Everlast UNs, how has that been? Yes. Good. Yeah, when you first came on board, I don't think you had, and correct me if I'm wrong, any experience of doing any live stream production. And that was what I got excited about, to give you a brand new opportunity. Yeah, so not only, and you're become proficient in 2 live streaming platforms now. So that has been fantastic. And yeah, full family elk. My using this platform, EV Mux, probably would have not happened as quick if producer Matt was not in the house. So we were able to accelerate and provide you this live experience on the broadcast. As I said, next week is going to be a whole different story, by the way. Next week going to be fun when I'm doing this. Let's just put it that way. That's going to be a whole different vibe. All right, so let's see what we've got here today. Fitness IQ Cam says Mafia. All right. Food Plane says, good question. What do you think Americans get wrong about Canada, Canadians, or in Canadian culture? I want some of the Canadians to answer that. One of the things, there are still a number of Americans think that all Canadians live in igloos. Some of them still believe that. They still believe that we believe in igloos. That would be one of the things that pops out. Producer Matt, do you have anything that you think Americans get wrong about Canada, Canadians, or Canadian culture? Oh, yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Fitness IQ Cam says jokes helping folks deal with business mafia. Okay. She says producer Matt is shy now. No, he's not shy. And okay. Fitness IQ Cam says you asked this last week. Food Plane. Okay. And then he says, yo, I thought I did, Cam. He says, all right. Uh, here's a question for everybody. Where is somewhere in the world you haven't traveled to that you'd like to go to? Or do you have a bucket list of places you'd like to go to in the world? Go for it. Okay. So ironically, you mentioned that, and Food Plane says Japan, India. So he says Japan, then also India. Fitness IQ says South Africa and England. My mama bear wanted to visit there. I've heard South Africa is a really interesting place to go to. And I have relatives in England. I've never been there. They've been here. They actually just went down to Jamaica. That was it. 11 of them went down to Jamaica. Derek T. Tuggo, Brasilia, Australia, Japan. Ooh, I like. I don't know about the Brazil, but Australia and Japan, yes. But I would probably, you know what? I'd take all three of them. The South American experience would be cool. And Japan, as I think I've mentioned periodically on the shows I'm on. When I was in university, when I had hair, I took a course in Japanese politics and culture, and I've been fascinated with Japan. One of the things I'd love to do is take a bullet train in Tokyo. Yeah, I would love to take that bullet, and I've also would like to stand on the Great Wall of China. Yeah, Food Plane saying India. India can be very, very hot. Uh, okay. Fitness IQ Cam says, funny you asked that. I just remembered that was on my bucket list. She also says Brazil as well, not as well, as well. Colombia, yep. Food Plane says, hey, looks, who's in the house, y'all? It's the one and only Derek T. Tuggle. And Fitness IQ says, it's amazing, Dr. Vibe. What is amazing? You've got to do a little bit better. I have a feeling I know what you're saying, but I want you to write out what you're saying. What is amazing? The bullet trains. Yeah, okay, so you've been on a bullet train. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, look at that. Check look who's on screen. Look who's on screen. And there's what producer Matt, you could have just put yourself on in real time, not a photo. You know that. Okay. Okay. You're not camera ready. All right. So you're photo ready, not camera ready. Gotcha. Also for people, Shirley says, I would love to visit the whole continent of Africa. I'm the same. I would, and I would love to. My dream vacation / trip would just start at the top of Africa and go all the way down. That would be a dream outing for me. I always too when we do freestyle Fridays or mix it up Mondays. If you have any suggestions you have for the show, okay, for the people who are here, how are you enjoying the call-in feature for those who are using it or just being available? I know most of the people on right now, I don't think anyone who's in the room right now has tried it, but what do you like the feature? Do you like how people can call in? Fitness IQ Camp says, me too, Shirley and Dr. Vibe. Yes, would like to do the call into Africa. I'm reading your mind, which could be very dangerous. So I'm picking up what you're saying. I would love you as always to give more elaborate answers, but it's okay. But yeah, are you liking the call-in feature? Are there any other features you'd like? Okay, Fitness IQ Camp says, I like the feature. Do you like it so much that you'll call in one decade? Yeah, I think that, I'd love as many of you. I'd love, and again, you can be. I wish I joined earlier. What do you mean joined earlier? Why don't you call in right now? Call in right now. Do it. We'd love you to call in. We will make since since you love running things, we are making time for you to call in. Please, would love you to call in. Are you up to it? LLM one decade. Oh, let's not make it one day. Let's make it now. Let's make it now. Would love people to call in. Like Frequency Event Promotions took advantage of. So I can know the people have called in. Ryan, Frequency Event Promotions, Dr. Tachi. I don't know if anyone else has. Other people have tried to, but they haven't got their connection. But oh no, so I'd like to. Hey, how many online shows, family, do you get the opportunity not only to watch, listen, but you have the opportunity also to call in? Think about that. Think about that. So Frequency Event Promotions, you're gonna call, not frequency. Fitness IQ Cam, you're gonna call in. Shirley, you're gonna call in. Food Plane, you're gonna call in. Is the QR code at the corner? Yes, but if you want, producer Matt can put it on the big screen if you want. And there it is. So Food Plane goes, Kino Eves has a YouTube channel. He is a Frenchman who traveled to Africa from France on a bike. Wow. The whole of Africa on a bike. He has a video of the whole trip. It took him 3 years. Man, I wish I had 3 years to do that. That would be fascinating. And documenting it? Woo! That would be, thank you for bringing that up to my attention. That is cool. That is cool. So how are things coming? Oh, it says Kino Eves. Oh, here we go. So how are things? Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Everyone. We're getting a bit of echo here on your.
I know. Hold on, let me turn it down.
Yeah, you got to turn off your
Computer.
computer.
I have to put up the camera now.
Yeah, I think you do.
No, not yet because I still hear echoing.
Huh? Hold on. Oh, wait. Speak when using speaker. Switch on when using speaker. I don't know how to do this.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, it's still
Yeah, it's
echoing.
still echoing.
2 seconds. The switch on part isn't turning on. I don't know why. Which echo do you hear? Hold on.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. How about now?
Hello?
Hello?
Still
Hello.
there.
Still there.
2 seconds. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're getting closer. Fitness IQ Cam. So that's on their end, not my end, because this morning Frequency called in. No echo. I can't come over there physically. Okay. So back to Food Places. Keanu Eves is the channel. You will see parts of Africa you've never seen. He documented the whole thing. That is so cool. And that's another thing I just want to put out there. Food Plan says, "Hey Matt, good to see you. Love the background." Matt was on screen for a quick second. Yes, because Fitness IQ came on for a quick second. Oh, she's gonna come on again. Here we go. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
No echo. Wonderful. There you go. You got what you wanted.
You got what you wanted. How?
No,
Good
you
morning.
wanted him. You wanted producer Matt to show up.
Oh, I just seen it. Hello, Matt. Producer Matt. Wow, I just
Hello.
seen it. Sorry.
So Fitness IQ Cam,
Howdy.
what's been going on?
Why are you shaking your head?
Miracles happen.
Yes, indeed, miracles happen. What were we talking about? Traveling.
Yes.
Well, because Shirley mentioned she would love to visit the whole continent of Africa. I responded and said, "Me too." I'm right above or right below her message saying that I would like to visit the continent of Africa. Even though I've been to Egypt and Morocco.
You see, so you have to realize that Fitness IQ is a high up. She visits all these countries around the world.
No. That was a decade ago. That was when I was actually a traveler. Now I'm just watching through everyone's lens
Okay.
or host.
Okay. Now we have to do something because you called in.
I need to get that feature, but I know that's not on StreamYard, correct?
Well, actually, I just saw something that StreamYard. I just saw an update on StreamYard. They've added some more sound effects, but you can actually But what you can also do is, if you want to chat with me offline, you can upload like there's sites that have generic sound effects that you can upload to StreamYard and use.
I know, but I could do it myself too. Oh, I see it now. I see it. Thank you, Dr. Vibe. Well, aren't you amazing? Let me see. Oh, this is good. Yes, that's the one I usually.
Yeah, that's your staple. Right, that's your
It's
staple.
not me if I don't
With the
say
hardware that I have and the software, they already had it built in. They already comes with a bunch of different sound effects, and then you can add. Like again, when you're not behaving, we do this for you.
I'm always behaving. It's others that don't, and you know that one.
You're not. What are you saying? You're perfect.
I didn't say that.
Thank you.
I am no saint. I am no saint.
That we know.
I will admit that, but I don't need mafia myself unless others need the mafia first. Let's just say that. And that's just a joke. I shouldn't have said that out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, mafia, what?
That's an offline conversation. We don't go public with that.
Sorry.
That's all right. Right. So Food Plane says, "Hey, but at least you got to do some traveling. That's cool."
That is true. The other day I saw someone have a photo that was in Bali, and I was like, "Is that in Bali?" because I like recognized the gate, and they're like, yeah, and I was like, oh man, I wonder how it is after 10 years of not being there, even though that was my worst traveling experience, but that's another story. I want to have better experiences.
So, Fitness IQ Cam, since you have so much power and influence, what through your lenses, what's the state of Black Canadian entrepreneurship, or maybe what's the state of Black Canadian business, small business?
Um, hmm. I am online.
You don't have to use
I
any names, so don't worry.
no. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
You sure?
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
In my opinion, I can only say in my opinion, the state in some Black businesses is that their cash flow is stagnant. Not sure if it's because it's summer or almost summer's finish, or if it's just the way their clientele react to their business. But I just find like the cash flow in small businesses, or some businesses, sorry, are affected.
Okay.
So there's some businesses find ways to cut costs, aka AI, not being, and all that other good stuff.
Okay. Do you feel with the businesses you interact with, and I don't know how much you get to know about their operations, are they taking advantage of AI?
That's a great question. No,
Okay.
not in. I don't think so. And the ones that I know, I don't think they're using AI as much. But there's also I don't see every department.
Sure. That's why I asked for, because again, every business, depending on your relation with them, will like, share different amounts about their operations.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put it out there for people. If people want to go into a hot business opportunity, become an AI consultant.
I did ask you that the other day.
Yep.
Well, on the
AI
Thursday-
consultant is hot. I think LinkedIn said right now it's one of the top 2 or 3 in demand resources that's being asked by companies right now.
Oh, that means
Is
you have
AI
to do everything.
consultant? Is that just like when someone comes in and says, "Hey, I have an AI for you"? Like, I think this would be a good fit for your company. Kind
No,
of?
I'd say more how you can teach companies how they can use AI to become more efficient.
Oh, okay.
That's probably more like it.
Yeah, more efficient. Like I gave the example the other day, how this lady, she has 8 people in her company. Only 3 of them are actually human beings. The other 5 are AI chatbots.
Let me just
So their
shut my
marketing
chat
is
box
done
down.
all by AI. Their PR is done all by AI. So what she's basically done has taught the learning language model how the business, the language of the business, etc. All that's done now by AI.
So there's a question for me.
Of course, you've come over to
LinkedIn.
dominate.
No,
But
I'm just
yes. A
reading.
question for Cam: what was her favorite place to visit and why? See, you have to realize, people, eventually this is going to become the Cam morning vibe. Go on.
Don't listen to him, everyone. My favorite place or places? Because, golly, South Korea always will have a special place in my heart because I lived there for 2 years. There were places I visited that I thought I would never visit, which brought tears to my eyes. And that's because I never thought I'd be able to actually have the chance to. So there's places in Japan, places in Thailand, and Egypt, or it brought tears to my eyes. When I saw the pyramids, I was just in awe. Like, I'm just wondering, how did this happen? I would love to take a time machine for many reasons, but take a time machine to see them build the pyramids. Not affect them, not do anything, just to watch them build the pyramids. Because I just find it so fascinating on how some things were built. That's my answer. There's many more, but those are the ones that
Okay,
I could think of. Oh
fantastic.
yeah, great food.
Well, the food plane says, yeah, wow, South Korea, great food.
Matcha
Yes,
stew.
yes.
No, that's not how you say it.
So you're
That was stew.
watching the morning vibe being taken over by Fitness IQ Cam, which she has always wanted to do.
No, no, no. I'm just here.
Okay. Well, of course, the Macmillan Group says while using AI is important, what is more important, in my opinion, is the depth of your team. Marketing expertise is perhaps more important than AI. Brand creation and brand propagation. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting, because as I said, this lady has basically taught the language models to speak in her way and behave in the way her business runs. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with that. But I think that idea of having a morning vibes every few months, have a few people come on, we do a round table and talk about the state of black business would
I
be a good
think
idea. Food Plane says true too. Also to the Macmillan Group's point.
I think with the depth of the team, I think both having like a person in marketing and a person like and using AI would be more efficient because like you mentioned before, there are folks that can prompt their AI to do amazing things.
Yep.
So like if you have an AI consultant, marketing team, finance team, and whatnot, sales team, they'll be able to shoot out more things than the regular person can. And I know that's gonna sound ugh, icky or iffy because like what does that mean for individuals that are trying to get a job in the future and stuff?
Huh.
It's just like if you can't beat them, join them, ideally.
Well, so
And
here's
AI.
so here's my thing. Is your response to AI this? Or is your response to AI this?
That sounds practically the same.
Yeah. Well, the first one's supposed to be a booing, but I'll update
Yeah, I
that.
was like, that sounds like it was both cheering. I'll say this. I'm always saying hooray to my AI, except when my Delroy changed its voice.
Ah.
I say boo to that.
Okay. Now, so Fitness IQ Cam, Lady of Power, you have the paid version of ChatGPT, correct?
I do.
And how long have you had that for?
How long have I had it? The paid version? Oh, that's a good question. Hold on, can I see since I'm in it right now? I want to say at least mm, maybe last year, December,
Okay.
maybe.
And what makes it a worthwhile investment for you?
Um, just being able to like with captions and stuff, it helps me get hashtags. Don't know if they're the best hashtags, but I mean it helps me. And helps me with actually no, I lie. It's probably last year this time, I would say that I paid for it.
Okay.
It just helps. I'm not gonna say I have the best prompts, but it helps me be productive in certain things that I do, but I do want to learn how to enhance my I want to have like a agent GPT for certain things. I did create a GPT for for tax season to being
Uh-huh.
able to assess how much someone was going to be paid, how much someone, sorry, assess how much someone was going to be charged for their taxes. That was pretty cool.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, the graphics sometimes is pretty cool. But
Yeah.
sometimes I
There.
have to
There.
be like,
Yeah. I
as I'm
for
looking at one right
myself
now.
for myself I would a suggestion I would make is that do you just type in the prompts or do you do voice prompts?
I used to do voice prompts, but I can't stand the voice I hear now, so I do. I
No, no.
I have to type in.
So what I mean by voice prompts is that giving it instructions.
Yeah, I used
Okay.
to.
All
But
right.
you remember, so when I would give it instructions, it would talk back to me. Like we'd have conversation,
That
and because the
I'm
voice
not that's not,
changed,
I'm not talking about that.
not that one.
No.
Hmm.
But we can chat offline on that. I have a suggestion if I'm worthy enough to give it to you offline.
Ooh, do tell, do tell.
Offline. All right. Food Plane says, "Hey Matt, do you have any streaming of your own?"
No streaming, but I am in the process of like producing and directing and creating like my own audio show. If you're into like Dungeons and Dragons type stuff, it's a set very. My brain just broke there for a second, but yeah, making a show centered around that I'm making with some buddies from college. Still very much in the works, but we're hoping to get a test pilot out soon. So excited to do that. Working with some great, amazing people on that.
Can't wait to see that. Woohoo.
Yes. Yes. No, there's always I always say people just work on getting a little bit better each time. And Food Plane says interesting. All right. Interesting. Yeah, just work on getting a little bit better each time. Like I I just want to suggest to people don't look for how many subscribers you have. That's the quality of subscribers that you have.
Yes.
And more and more, I think if you're looking for things like sponsorship and things like that, it's having the right audience. It's not the numbers in your audience, it's having the right audience. Again, this is why I've got to start pushing back again next week. We want to do a survey for the morning vibe to find out what does the family like, what don't they like, what could be better. So I'm going to put you, since you are an overseer, Finance IQ Cam, do you feel would you be would it be a good idea in your opinion to have another day of the week for the morning vibe?
I'd say yes for like the Wednesday, or maybe like an afternoon one.
Okay, so here's a question for you on that.
Just a suggestion.
Okay, no, the thing is in the afternoon, audience availability. Because a lot of people who watch the show from the demographics I have, they're working in the afternoon.
Do they not work in the morning too?
Yes, but I actually would lead to another question I have on the survey. Do you watch the program live or on replay?
Mm.
So
Yeah,
for
true.
me,
That's
I
a good
think
question.
doing some research, if I and I actually got to ask Wayne Harris if he wants to try it next Friday. Maybe what happen well for you, I know this probably won't work, but having the morning vibe on earlier from like
I
7
knew
to
you were gonna say that. Golly.
yeah, because you're not an early riser. So, but they're saying ideally research shows because there's a lot of morning shows already out there in traditional media. They start like at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like you have in the U.S. things like Good Morning America, Today's Show. They run from 7 to 9 in the morning, in the mindset that a lot of times people they're still in their house. They're not in transit at 7 o'clock in the morning. or if they either in transit, at least they can watch it live if they're on a either traveling in their car or on public transit. Whereas by 9 o'clock, a lot of people, whether they're working at home or working in office, already in the workplace, they're not watching you live.
Yeah, I mean, if they're at work, they're not able to watch it per se, but they're able to listen. There's been times when I just have it.
And another thing, adding on that, at least in the Greater Toronto area, with more and more companies ordering employees back to the office, right?
Oh, yeah.
Especially the banks. By the end of this year, all Canadian major banks, the majority of their employees will have to be in office 4 days a week. And I know a number of people who work in the banking industry, not in a bank, but administration-wise, were enjoying their 2 days a week. I know someone that's going from 2 days a week. In the next few weeks, they're going to 3 days a week, and by the end of this year, they're going to 4 days a week.
Yikes.
Yeah, and they have to travel your favorite place to downtown Toronto from outside. And I was speaking with a lady who lives in Vaughan, who will have to go 4 days a week downtown.
I mean, yikes, yuck, but it's not the first time they had to experience
True.
that. But I understand readjusting back to pre-COVID. Just saying that word is wild.
It's gonna be interesting to see if there's any quitting of bank positions because of this.
Quitting of bank positions?
Well, people just enjoying the ability to work from home, because we realized because of COVID, business could still run efficiently. You didn't have to be in the office.
Talk to the baby boomers and Gen X about that stuff.
Well, you know what's actually funny? I know at least 2 or 3 major organizations, they ordered people back to work. They didn't have enough space in the place to sit them.
Oh, jeez.
That's why.
That seems more like a logistical problem.
Yes.
Why would you hire more people than you have room for?
Yes, they didn't have enough. So they had to push back having everyone come back to the office because they had to expand the space they thought they could fit in. Like, it'd be interesting. So Food Plane has some questions for you, producer Matt. It says, what was the most challenging part of being producer other than dealing with me? Yeah, because I know Fitness IQ would say that, so let me just take that.
Definitely think the most challenging part was definitely transitioning from doing mostly live production work to a more virtual one. Having to learn how to, like, especially with EV Mux, when we stream on StreamYard. StreamYard's mostly set up everything. I just have to, put up the banners and the comments and everything. But with EV Mux, like the scenes that you're seeing here, I set that up like the day before. I got to put all the different scenes and all the transitions. So definitely a learning curve with that. But I'm pretty fortunate that, especially with EV Mux, the program we're using today for the Morning Vibe show, it's very similar to a lot of live productions with that. Like, if you ever watch like CBC News and stuff like that, it's a very similar process to what you see here, where I have to, on my screen for this show, I have one screen that has a scene that I've queued up, and then the scene you're seeing now is the one that's live. So when Dr. Vibe asks me to queue up a video or says, hey, we're going on break, I will have that on one screen queued up. So when he says, okay, let's go to break, I just have to push a button and that plays up. And then I just have to make sure I'm paying attention to queue back up the scene like you're seeing now.
Yeah, I really appreciate, and I wanted to make sure as much as possible that using this software, I think one of the joys that producer Matt had was it mirrored a lot of what he does in live production.
Yeah.
So that made it
absolutely
easier for him. And it made him more comfortable. So he was doing remote production, but using a live foundation, for lack of a better terminology. So that was good. Food Plane has another question. Also, Matt, what was your favorite part of producing?
Oh, I think probably just learning how to produce from a remote and virtual standpoint. Doc's already mentioned it. I mentioned it, but I mostly have just done live production. So being able to learn a completely new set of skills and learn how like a live stream production work just from the computer on YouTube, stuff like that. It's a skill that's I think pretty important to learn because when I go into the industry, when I graduate this year, it's going to be pretty good looking on my resume to be able to be like, yeah, I've done both live in-person studio production, in virtual production as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if a company needs either one, I can say
Yep.
I have skills in both.
100%. 100%. I agree with that. And he also, like I said, this platform, I said I would probably get it right, but I was able to accelerate with Matt's huge help. We tested a lot, and now it'll be easier for me to start doing it on my own next week because we've done a number of meetings, so that was good. Food Pauline says, Matt, do you have a favorite episode?
I do.
Oh, I didn't know this. I'll be interested to hear that.
Yeah, so it was one of our Sunday shows when we had Kevin Carrington on. And he was talking about his experience, like, working with CBC Radio, going over all the stuff that he does for that, showing off, like, his recording studio, and then also, too, afterwards, geeking out with him about Star Wars.
The show, you guys went into a deep dive. I was
a lot of fun.
Get up and say, okay, see you told you guys I'll be back in an hour. They went into a deep dive. And you know what? I still owe you his email address.
Yes.
I'm gonna message Paul Osborne today to see if I can get that. Or I'll take a look. I may or may not have, but if I can, I'll get it directly from Paul. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so I highly recommend if anyone's interested in like radio or wants to hear kind of like what's going on. That was our show from July 20th
on
that
Black
we did
Men
on the
Talk.
Sunday. Yes, so I definitely check that out on the replay. Really good conversation we had.
Yeah, Kevin was very cool. It's the first time I had a chance to meet him either virtually or in person. Okay, Macmillan Group says, don't ignore the economic impact of bodies in offices. True. Remote work has destroyed many urban core business. Agreed, because I'm sure there's a number of businesses in the core of downtown Toronto that took a huge economic hit during the pandemic and still post-pandemic. So, fully agreed. Ray always brings a great wider scope to any conversation topic that we're having. Food Plane says, to producer Matt, do you have a dream job in production? Is this a career for you or something you do on the side?
Oh, so I guess like the big pipe dream I have, like best case scenario, is I would love to write and direct something for like Star Wars.
Oh, there's another reason why him and can I just interrupt before you go deeper?
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why. Oh no, I think. Oh my gosh, it looks like Food Plane's in on this too. Okay, let me be quick. So after Kevin was on Black Men Can Talk, myself, producer Matt, and Kevin, we started getting a conversation. They go all in on Star Wars. Like Kevin has a Star Wars collect. I just went. I'm the farthest thing from it. They went in so deep. I'll shut it now. You can continue, producer Matt.
Yeah, I'd love to make a movie for Star Wars. That'd be my absolute dream, just to do anything for Star Wars.
Okay.
More realistically, I definitely think like doing something like this, like being able to, be a director for some type of studio production would be something really cool to do. I've been doing stuff like this since high school. I was part of my high school news team and was in charge of
this show's now gone off the rails now.
Yeah.
Fitting inside the camera. Are you a fit Star Wars person?
I'm not. I'm Game of Thrones or more.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on season 8?
I mean, I'm just getting the feeling I should actually get up out of my chair and come back in about half an hour. I'm having this strange feeling that it's getting to that point now.
I don't like how it was rushed.
Yeah.
Wow.
And mind you, when I watched it, I was in South Korea, so I binged it on a laptop mostly. So you can only imagine how it felt when I was finally able to see it on big screen, and just I couldn't even see anything that was happening
Yeah.
during that fight. I was like, what is going on here?
No, well, I think it was like the third or second episode. It was so dark, and I remember when me and my buddies were watching it, we thought something was wrong with the TV. And we had the brightness setting cranked up to max, and still couldn't see anything. It was just a bunch of shaky cam, a bunch of just blurs moving quickly on the screen, and that was
you
it.
got it's this conversation's gone to a whole other level because now it's Fitness IQ, Cam, Food Plane, and producer Matt are all in now.
No, I'm just listening.
Well, no, you're listening and running things in the background. Yes. Food Plane says, "Did you say Star Wars?" And
No.
he says, "Yes, I love Star Wars. We can go there." And he goes, "What's your favorite Star Wars movie?" Producer Matt.
Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, hands down. And
All
episode
right.
3. Love
He
the
goes,
third
"I
one.
love the cantina scene in the first movie."
That's always a great one. That great introduction to Star Wars, showing off all the different aliens and different types of people that live in this universe. Watching that as an 8-year-old kid was mind-blowing to see.
All right. He also asks, "What's your least favorite Star Wars movie?"
Episode 9.
Oh, you said that real quick.
Yeah, not even the bang.
Yeah.
All right, we're saying hello to Just Toronado. What is going on? Good to see you. So we're going to start winding it down in a few moments. Fitness IQ Cam, any thoughts you want to share? What are you up to on the weekend? Because you always are so popular.
No, because I have a shoulder injury that you don't remember.
I do remember it, but it doesn't stop your legs. Oh, look at this. Now, here's something. This is how much privacy is. I just got a text. Oh, no, actually. Okay, this is someone who's want to become a certified AI consultant. So I won't say the person's name is going live now to teach you how.
Ooh.
If
Is
Zoom
that
if
the,
Zoom maxes out, head over to her YouTube. So I'll probably be going to that soon because the last time she did this, she had at least 700 people on her Zoom. It was crazy.
Wait, can you type it in the
Nope.
the chat?
I'll send it to you if you behave yourself.
Oh, wow. Interesting. I'm planning to have a relaxing long weekend. I'm probably gonna catch up on work because when you're injured, everything slows down. So I've been really trying to catch up on stuff that took me centuries to do.
Okay.
And hopefully Mafia. I think I had to find in ChatGPT how to build a Mafia team.
We're not gonna get into details on that on the line.
It's just a joke, everyone.
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, look, we will chat. Thank you for finally taking the time.
Yes.
Because I know she's in high demand, people.
It was nice chatting to you, producer Matt, and all the best of everything. Hopefully to see your stream channel.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
I'll talk to you later, Dr. Vibe. Remember, pick a day.
Oh yes, if you have time for me. Bye.
Pick a day. Bye.
All right. So it works, people. You can call in, but not we're done for today. A few more comments. Jacob Duke says the Dr. Vibe Show. Hello. Food Plane
That's one of my buddies there.
Chatting with you, Matt and Cam. And Food Plane says, Matt, I wish you the best, all your future endeavors, and look forward to seeing you in a Star Wars movie credits after a movie.
That's the plan.
All right. Do we have anything else? I'm just going to review who are our top fans contributing on our YouTube channel today, and then we're going to shut it down. So our top fans were Ba-ba-da-da. Of course, the Food Plane, then Ray McMillan, then Shirley Jasma, Dr. Tachi, and others. All right. So, any final words, Producer Matt?
No, I thank you so much for giving me this great opportunity. Allow me to learn a bunch of new skills. And yeah, thank you to the audience for giving me flowers and being amazing.
Man, you're the first intern I have that is leaving with their own fan club. Wow. Their own fan club. That can't wait to write in if they ask the review. This guy has his own fan club. What do you think? All right, for the last time with Producer Matt, subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. And we have cleanly passed 1,800. We're getting close to 1,890 subscribers. Hello. Like the
Get up
Dr.
there.
Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. And also join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com or click on the link that you see there to advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms I'm a part of. Email me, dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. If you want to get a hold of Mr. Knight, Ryan Oneil Knight, and that's Knight with a KN, not an N.com. Ryan Oneil Knight on LinkedIn, Instagram at ryan.knight99, and the email address workwithme at ryanoneilknight.com. For moi, website, the drvibeshow.com, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok, The Dr. Vibe Show. Instagram, at the drvibeshow.com. Oh, people still message me here like crazy. X at drvibeshow. Email, said it before. Substack, drvibe.substack.com/subscribe. And Blue Sky at drvibe.bsky.social. And you can watch replays of this epic conversation on the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Afro Caribbean Business Network on YouTube, and Ryan Oneil Knight on YouTube. Wow. An end of an era is almost done. And let's see some more comments here. Fitness IQ, flowers. Food Plane, flowers. Fitness IQ Cam, flowers. Jacob, I don't know what that means. The colon.
It's just a little face. That's one of my buddies from.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, Jacob, thanks for hanging in. Thank you so much. Good stuff. Good supporting your guy, Mr. Matt. All right, well, Producer Matt, I want to say thank you on behalf of all the Dr. Vibe family and from me for being a great resource. First of all, being a good human being, number one. So I always share with people who join the team for no matter what amount of time. We can learn the things like editing, production, all that, but we can't teach how to be a good person. And for me, sometimes it works, many times it works, sometimes it doesn't. Being a good person is the most important thing. And it has been a real pleasure working with you. It has not been hard work, it's been heart work, working with you, and a real honor and pleasure. We've had a lot of laughs together. We've had our scratching head moments together, but we've walked through this together, and I can only hope that you're better now than when we started, because I am better now than when we started. And I'm here for you any potential way that I can be in the future, because I just want you to score goals and get wins. And an absolute pleasure, and keep in touch. If there's anything we can potentially help you with, please do that. And that's it for it. So live your life this is to Matt and everyone out there. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get smaller, get stronger, block assumptions, aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider, love, faith, and respect. Don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And if you're not making money, make history. Try to do both and make it better. Now I got a whole bunch of work to do next little while. So as always, yes, have a great weekend. Cash Lou says blessings to all listening in today. Cheers to the guests. chat and weekend. Thank you, Casaloo. Thank you, Food Plane. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Fitness IQ Cam, Frequency Event Promotions, Macmillan Group, Derek T, Dr. Tachi. If I've forgotten you, it's my head, not my heart. God bless. Peace out. Walk good. We'll see you tomorrow on Primetime Saturday, Sunday with Black Canada Talking and Black Men Can Talk. I got work to do because Matt's leaving us. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
This whole thing of using your business with plant-based products, don't you think your life should reflect that too?
Juke him, Carolyn. Juke him. The family loves us here because they're saying Fitness IQ Can says put a wig on to get in.
Oh my God.
Like the ideas are just coming fast and furious here this morning. What? Okay, look at this. Global Women Ambassador. Good morning. Look forward. Okay.